It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Packers and the Vikings, just ahead on EA Sports.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their...
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State, set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Play action this time with Love. That's complete out left to Ayuk. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 34-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up second and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graham. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down. Graham. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now Love. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Graham. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. That is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Chris Godwin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Patrick Jones there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Lance. Pass incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Love. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Here's Matt Ariza now. Fielded at the 20. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Here's Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Lance now on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Now a play fake. Lance. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Rashawn Gary with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. No gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Love open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, it's Graham. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. On second down now, it's Graham. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Play fake. Here's Love. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6. Love now to pass on first down. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Over the middle, complete. It's Patton. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, Graham. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Love from the gun. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Brandon Ayuk from 8 yards out. And the Packers had 6 to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now out comes Minnesota. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Love. A quick pass here to Godwin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
On play action. Love to throw. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Graham. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun. Love. And he slings one that's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Again, it's Love. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because...
Touchdown, Packers! Brandon Ayuk ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Lance. And that's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw into the hands of Kirk. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Throwing is Lance on third down. That's to the pylon and incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And
when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First on offense as we begin the third. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. Here's Dobbs to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Pass caught here by Osborne. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 44-yard line.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Dobbs. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Now Carter to start the drive. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Carter once more. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll run with Carter. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. So the completion good for 7 there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Now a handoff up the middle. McKay, and he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they get it rather easily there. A gain of 9 on 4th and 3. Now Dobbs. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Dobbs. Oh, and that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Dobbs is throwing. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and the deficit will hold at 15. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. Richmond. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A give up the middle to Carter. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time I'll just walk it out here and hand it to him. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
To throw is Dobbs. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here comes Berrios. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start on the ground. Carter, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action. Richmond. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 3rd down, here's Carter. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
False start, offense.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Carter straight ahead. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing here, Dobbs. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Dobbs to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it,
with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richmond. That is caught inside the 5. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Carter. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Carter is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth-quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Yates. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. Dobbs. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Richmond. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running left on the handoff, Carter. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 5 from the 8. They'll go again with Carter. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring him second down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Dobbs working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Dobbs. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.